Hey, welcome everybody. We're coming at you from Germany, but it's a bit interesting that Franzi is from...
From Bavaria, Germany.
And I'm Tony. I come from the land down under in Australia. Cool, but I'm living here in Germany as well. So we wanted to talk today in the live about how to eradicate frustration and misery and pain and agony with your horses, and that is to become your horse's hero. This is what we're looking at today in the live. So hopefully you can be happy and get in and interact a little bit with us. So first up, tell us where you're from. What country are you in right now so we can see it in the comments and say hi. So we'll just wait a little bit, but not for too long, and then we'll move on. So let us know in the chat where you're from, what country you're in, and then we'll hit into it.
And also maybe up front, so at the end we do a little Q&A if you want, if you have some questions. So you can already put some questions in the comment or can do it during our little talk here. So just be brave and you can ask anything.
That's for sure.
And
but you're going to start with a question.
Yeah, I start with a question.
Cool.
So what I'm wondering, or maybe we are wondering, have you ever felt in your equestrian journey, have you ever felt maybe a bit emotional or miserable or stuck or frustrated?
Yep.
Or maybe some other emotions?
Some other emotions, maybe pissed off, maybe aggressive. Yeah,
yes.
It happens. Huh?
Hey, and I can tell you, I have been there. And I have been there not only a little bit, I was a lot frustrated.
Maybe you tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, maybe I'll go back a little bit into a story with my Arabian horse. Because, hey, I often felt like I was absolutely stuck. I was like running against this glass ceiling. I had this big dream, but I felt like the only solutions I got was push the horse faster and get the task done. And I was goal-oriented and I was... To keep it short, I was really focused on fixing my horse, that my horse had to be better and that I have to fix my horse so that I look better. And this was setting up for misery.
Yeah, so it's kind of the problem that you had this huge, you wanted this result, you wanted the task done, and it was a little bit ego that you wanted it to happen for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not so, and you weren't so much thinking about the horse himself, apart from getting it done.
Yeah, and this made me really emotional, and I felt so bad. I felt bad when I did something with the horse, when I pushed him. I felt like I was unfair and unclear. And then also having in my mind, I had this big dream of having this amazing partnership with my horse, this amazing communication, so fine that nobody can see it. But then when I was with my horse, I was not fine. I was not clear. I was not like the best person for my horse. And this was just horrible. So
you basically went up the phases. You went up the energy and asked for more.
Yes.
But you thought there had to be a...
better way. I was so close to give up, but I didn't want to give up. I had this big dream in my mind. I wanted a better way. I wanted less phases. And, I kind of wanted to be the hero for my horse.
Hey, that's a nice thought. I had basically the same issues, so we went through the same process. And what we observed along the way about ourselves, but also about the students that we were helping at the time, was that there was a lot of incongruency in three main things. If we thought about focus, what that person was focusing on in the mind.
What we have in our mind, what our plan is.
What we want. And then the body energy, because our body language talks to the horse. And then on top of that was what we call support energies, or in other words, use of arms, legs, tools, sticks, whips, spurs, lower legs, whatever. This is support energy.
Yes.
And these three things were incongruent.
And it's almost kind of like if you drive a car and you want to go from point A to point B and you push the gas pedal a lot. Yep. But at the same time, you hit the brakes, and at the same time, you steer hard to the left, and at the same time, you press the horn.
Totally incongruent.
Super incongruent, and you're super noisy, and there's even a chance that you harm the car with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, it's like we have this plan in our mind, but our body does something else than our plan does, and our support energy does again a third thing.
Yeah, cool. There's a question there. How are you doing both? We're doing great.
Excellent. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And again, this sets up for really misery. And especially it puts the spotlight on the horse.
That is for sure.
Like the horse has to be better, it has to be more symmetric, it has to be more collected, it has to be lighter, blah, blah, blah.
And the horse is the problem.
When we talk.
Yep.
Yes. So what we did, we kind of turned it on its head.
Like we took the spotlight off the horse
Yes.
and turned it fully on us. So we had to find the way that we can change. Because the point is that horses really, their habits are just a reflection of our habits.
And also
sometimes it's a bit
thought-
hard to take. Hey, someone from Mexico. Cool. Hey,
It
buenos dias.
it really felt like, hey, if we can cause all of these emotions and if we can cause our horses maybe a bit of discomfort, what about if we turn this around and be kind of the opposite? What about if we are the solution, the hero for our horse?
USA. Yep. Cool. We be the hero for our horse.
Yes.
Yeah, not for winning gold medals or prizes or coming first. I mean, that's all good stuff if you want it. It's cool.
Yes. It's kind of a side product.
It'd be nice if it was a side product of the whole process. That would be very cool. But being the hero we're talking about is thinking about the horse and the horse's point of view and how the horse feels. But what we think about is heroes, if we think about movies and comics and things, heroes do three main things. I mean, they do a lot of things, but three main things we think about. They protect, they serve, and when there's not a way, they find their own way. Yeah, they don't get hooked into the rules and regulations and dogma of around the place. So they find their way. And what we think about is we can be heroes for our horses and help our horses become happy, healthy, strong, athletic partners.
Exactly, hey? Because this was our big dream, huh? We wanted
It
to
was our
be
dream.
the hero for our horse. We wanted that we benefit our horse. We wanted to add some joy for our horses. We didn't want to be this burden and
That is for
this
sure.
negative part.
So Kylie said, so true to be a hero for your horse. Yes.
Yes. And with this, we wanted really to put the focus of the horse, to put the focus of the goals, of the tasks.
Yep.
And we wanted, with being the hero for our horses, we really want to allow our horses to get the diamond out of them. Because also, going back to my story...
Just break in. Goody said, you guys training horses process is great.
Oh, thank you so much. I really felt like, I mean, with what I did in the past with my horse, that my horse lost this shine and this spark.
He went dull. He went really internal.
Yes.
Huh?
And what we really want to do is that we retreat more and more and give our horses more freedom to express their thoughts, more freedom to express
Their
how they want
talents.
to position their talents.
Yeah.
And I think this is also really what being a hero for your horse is about. Cool. So you might wonder, this sounds all good, being the hero for your horse and quite an interesting kind of picture, but how are you doing that?
Do we have to put on a cape? Do we have to put on the tights with the undies on the outside?
Or a Superman costume?
Yeah, Superman. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Someone loves horse riding. That's cool. And the humans are repressed as well. They just don't know it. You could well be right, guys.
And this can be so frustrating, huh?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like for us, we couldn't find answers.
Yeah.
And this was quite a...
An emotional
Dead
problem.
end.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So what did we do about this?
But we developed a framework.
Yeah.
Because, again, we said we want to take the focus of the horse and eliminate this frustration. And again, what we found out, the frustration so often comes from this incongruency, that you have this focus and your body communicates often the opposite.
Yeah.
And what we came up with is a framework to bring an alignment into this. What it means, we help you to develop a focus, a plan, and take this focus into a new level with a new level of awareness. That you are aware about not only what your plan is, but what your body really communicates to your horse. But then also having an even higher awareness about what your horse does. And that's a big thing. But there's a third really important point missing. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, this is, we call it feeling or empathy. And we're heading more and more to that word empathy because we're going to have empathy for our horse, for sure, about how they're feeling, what they're doing. But we want to have empathy for ourselves as well. Because when we're trying to become a hero, this, as we know, the hero's journey in all of the movies and all of the comics, the hero's journey is not plain sailing. It's not just a gradual increase. It's tough, and then they hit the wall, and then they find out that they might need a guide to help them, and then they follow that guide and they just lose everything, and then eventually they have a transformation. They have a transformation and they become the hero.
Yeah.
And this actually has to happen with us as well. So it's
And
not a smooth sailing always, is it?
That's a big point. I mean, you see us when you watch our Instagram, you see all of these great, impressive postures, how our horses position themselves.
Yeah.
But we are really not about that. We are really about how our horses feel internally,
Right.
and how we feel. Because it's not about that you can say, oh yeah, I accomplished this task and great, I'm in the next level. It's really about how do you feel when you're alone at home, maybe late at night. How do you feel about yourself?
After your session with your horse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you feel good? And are you in peace? Are you happier? And also, again, how does your horse feel? And that is really what we're about, that we align all of that and that we benefit each other. And again, how are we doing this? One key is that we bring congruency in our plan, what we call focus, that our internal plan can reflect it by our body, and if needed, with a support energy.
If we need to. Yep. So there was just a couple of questions in there that how do we like Indian horses? We must admit, we don't know much about Indian horses. We've seen some pictures, they look pretty cool.
Yes.
And,
but I'm sure they're fantastic.
That's it. And they also ask, can we speak Hindi? We can't speak Hindi. I can speak English and I can speak horse.
You can try Indian, you have a good...
This is Hindi. It's English. And Francie can speak German, but sorry, not Hindi. So we can't help on that one.
And again, so with the framework we came up, the big key is what you get, that you are maybe here right now and you feel a little bit frustrated.
Because you want to be.
You have this big dream to be the best partner for your horse, to have the best relationship with your horse and have fun, and your horse is happy, healthy and strong. But
That's
again,
the big one.
you may be here, but you want to be here. And there's this big gap.
Big gap between. Yeah.
And
that's the gap of frustration and
Yes.
all of those things we talked about. So how we can help you turn that frustration into fascination and freedom for your horse. This is so cool, having your horse free to try things, different movements, different talents, and bring out their talents and shine their inner diamond. This is what we want to do.
Yes.
This is so cool. Hi from Germany.
Hello from Germany back.
Hallöchen.
And also with this, we really want to help you to kind of unleash your own unique dream. It's not about that you have to live our dream, because my dream is different than Tony's.
Right.
And Tony's dream is probably a bit different than yours. But we want to unleash your dream, and we want that your horse becomes your champion.
Your true champion.
Yeah, unleashes the talent and the shine.
Yeah.
And hey, this is what we're about. And we have something really special for you tomorrow. You talk about it?
Yeah, this is, we're going to go into much more detail about this whole process that we've talked about. So we're going to go into detail about our story a bit more, about our dreams, and someone just asked, what is each of your dream? Well, you can come tomorrow night and check it out.
Maybe give a little hint in a second.
But what we've got is a webinar, a free webinar that you can come and join and listen to this whole process, and we talk about 3 secrets to help you become your horse's hero and how to transform your horse into the true champion, the superstar that lies inside of your horse. So if you want to know how to do that, someone asked, please tell me. Well, we can, in our bio, we have a link, and you can go click on the link and you can register for the webinar. And it's on at 6 p.m. Berlin time tomorrow, Thursday. But if you can't make it at that time, that's cool. Register for it anyway, and we'll send you out a replay link that you can check out over the few days afterwards. So get in there, click on it, and register, and we'll give you much more information tomorrow.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it will even blow your socks off.
Yeah, so maybe you better wear 2 pairs of socks.
Okay, so maybe we have a look at some questions. And again, if somebody else has some questions, you can drop it in the chat, and we have a couple of more minutes. So
cool. Someone said, hi, I'm a fan of your horsemanship. Thank you very much. And they said, hugs from Brazil. Hey, cool. We're really international.
Go a bit higher. What is our dream? Do you want to start? Really short. Again, tomorrow we go into this much more deep.
Yeah, my really, really short dream is that I want to be an avatar or like a centaur. I want to be able to ride on my horses and be able to think it and have it pass through with no extra effort from reins or lower legs. I just want to be able to communicate really finely with my body and on top of that, to be able to do the high school moves in better and better, healthier ways for the horse, to help the horse become happy, healthy and strong. That's fine in a nutshell.
Yeah. And for me, it's a bit similar, but also different, because I grew up with my Arabian horse, Casper, which had right from the beginning this conformation problems, challenges.
Challenges, yeah.
And my dream was and still is to develop into the person so that I can help my horse to become happy, healthy and strong. So I really want to develop into the person to unleash all of these kind of traits or qualities from my horse, like being happy, healthy and strong.
And this is also more important to you, I shouldn't say more important, this is really a key importance for you, because you also studied in your study at university to be a physiotherapist for humans, but it's really in you that you want this to happen, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Then somebody said, meet Big Thra said, when I come to Germany, I will meet you. Cool. Super good. So cool. And check out a few more.
Again, if you have a question, you can drop it in.
Cool. Yep, we know you. You watch our live videos. This is cool. Thank you very much.
Okay, just having a look at the chat.
I think we covered most of them pretty good. So again, go to the bio, click the link to register for the webinar. It's free. You can listen in and check out what we're doing and how we're doing it. And we give you 3 secrets of how to become the hero for your horse and help you. We talk about how you can rescue your dream. There's another little piece in there as well, because many dreams have disappeared. Ours was disappearing, but we rescued it. We got it back and we became on purpose. And we'd love to help you do that as well. So we believe there's a lot of people, not poor, but poor because they're in the horse world, they're horse lovers, but they're frustrated and they're a bit miserable, and they really often feel bad that what they've doing with their horses, but they don't know another way. And so we want to show you that there is another way, a new way to do this, and it's super good for you and super good for your horses. So come along, check out our webinar tomorrow and see what you do. Okay, Madam Sir. This is for you.
This is a bit challenging to understand.
Okay, it's probably in a translator.
Okay, again, so thank you so much for joining live today. And this was just a little pre-taste.
Yep. There's one question that says, what's the relation between our breathing and our horse performance? Well, to be a little bit funny, if we don't breathe, we fall off. But to be really serious on your question, it's a really important part, the breathing in ourselves, because there's 2 types of breathing we can really do. And one is just in our chest, where often when we get into our fight or flight response, we breathe really shallow in our chest. And the thing is, this causes tension through our body, and our horse feels this tension. Now, there's also research that says that horses can hear our heartbeats. So imagine how they can hear our breathing and feel our tension.
Especially when we sit on them.
When we sit on them, but even when we're beside them, they can feel all this. So the key is that we need to diaphragmatically breathe. So breathe down to our belly. Doesn't mean it has to be super deep breaths, but it needs to be helping us relax in a way that we can just use our body energy tension that we need and not extra tension. So breathing is absolutely critical and important to the performance. Cool.
Okay, then tomorrow 7 p.m. Berlin time, a live class for you, which really has the power to transform you into your horse's hero.
Yeah.
And
change your life.
Change your life, yeah.
That's for sure.
Okay, you're
Cool,
welcome. Then
problem.
thank you so much again for joining.
Yeah.
Click the link in the bio. Just register, even if you can't make the time tomorrow.
No
we
problem.
send you a replay. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
we look forward to see you tomorrow.
Super. Thanks for your interaction. Thanks for being here. And we see you then. Bye.
Bye.